Hey, it's Donnie from PopCrush tonight, here with Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots. Oh, smash hit on your hands with the Craving. But the thing is, there's two versions. There's the single, and then there's Jenna's version. Like coming up with the song, was it meant to be two different versions?
No, not really. That one we that was such a crazy song to kind of wrestle to get like really where everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's there are two versions. I think they both kind of exist in this place, at least in my mind. They're both kind of a little bit separate from each other.
Yeah.
Um, and I think they both kind of accomplish uh, the goals that we set out to do. When Tyler wrote the song, it was just at his house on the ukulele, and then that's how we were in the studio. It was me, him, and our producer Paul, and Tyler kind of played the song on the ukulele. And I think right away, and there were a handful of songs written on that instrument that kind of started off that way, but that one specifically felt to both to Paul and me that's how that song should exist, just like that. So we're kind of like we should have just been recording that, just that could have
Yeah.
gone on the album. Um, and so as we got into it a little bit, we kind of figured, well, why not at least kind of like experiment with some extra production stuff, and I kind of just messed around with some different ideas on the drums, and then all of a sudden we kind of ended up with this sort of a little more produced version, which some people liked. We all liked, but it was just this kind of interesting thing where it just kind of like that didn't feel like the version that should like live on the album when you're kind of somebody who likes to listen to an album start to finish and listen to it as a journey. It really felt like the all ukulele version was the one that felt like it really fit in there with the rest of the songs. So we then decided to just have two different versions, which is something we've never done before, and really hoped that it wouldn't cause confusion. But I guess now you have a choice of which one you want to listen to, and you can listen to both.
Yeah. Listen.
So that's kind of how
Um,
that happened.
is there is Debbie wondering where her version is at any point coming up? Is that how is there going to be a third version?
Uh, yeah, well, that's the version that I sing to her
Yeah.
in private, but
Yeah.
I sing it on the drums,
Yeah.
so it's not as fun to listen to.
Yeah. Is it not? I just like this is just me. Like it would be intimidating though, writing a song with someone in mind because I mean, music is so subjective. What if they were like, good try, but
Yeah, yeah.
is it?
Well, I think like the cool thing about Tyler's wife Jenna is that she's never been like over the top impressed by our band, or by Tyler. Not and that she is impressed,
Keep it
but
humble.
like, I think that she'll hear a song that we'll finish up recording and be like, "Oh, that one's cool." And that's kind of like the extent of that. But that's something that I think is a really honestly, I think it's a great characteristic for somebody who is that close to our band, but specifically Tyler.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
No, I love that she's keeping you humble. It's like when you send a picture to someone and they respond nice, and it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
no,
Or just
that,
give the thumbs up, just
it's
the
like,
thumbs up.
no, that's not the response I want.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the album Clancy is it's kind of the end of a chapter for you guys, really like an arc. Does it feel complete, or is there feel like there's more to say?
It feels pretty complete.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think the goal with this album is to um kind of tie some bows on a storyline that has been going on for a long time. And you know, I think within all of these albums that contain this story, this lore, there are songs written about real life and things that we are going through and have gone through, and life will never stop happening. So I think there will still be things to write about in the future. But in terms of, you know, these kind of like characters and this way of telling the story, I think that is coming to a close, and I think it's good. You know, I think like a TV show, it's like after a certain amount of seasons, you know, people can eventually sort of just be like, we get it.
We get it.
We get it.
Yeah.
So
So Miley's next album is a bunch of songs that didn't make the cut. So I feel like there's probably a bunch of songs that you guys are having around that, like, in this arc, you're like, I don't know, maybe this could be the next album.
yeah, yes and no. I think that we could probably come up with like an EP or something. Um, the way that we kind of write, and I know artists and bands that you know, will write 50 songs per album, and then really have to kind of pick which ones go on there. And that's never really been how we've done it.
Yeah.
I think you know, I think we'll kind of start to chase something. If it doesn't feel right, we kind of know pretty quick, and then we just abandon it.
Yeah.
And then the ones that feel right, you know, kind of get our time and attention and turn into a finished song, and then go on the record.
Yeah.
So yeah, not to say that that's you know, that's the only or right way to do it, because I've heard some artists' songs that didn't make the record, and I'm like, that's crazy that got this far down the road.
Yeah.
And then you had to pick another one instead. So
yeah. So we have to wrap, but before I let you go, it's our season now. I'm the 17th, you're the 18th. It is Gemini season. Are you a true Gemini?
Well, what'd you say?
Are you a true Gemini? Like, you feel the going?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I guess so. From what I'm told and what people tell me about Geminis, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming up. Our birthdays are coming up, and we just keep getting older.
Yeah.
And that's life.
Keep getting older, but wiser. That is our thing.
The goal is to try and get better.
Yeah, just try to stay alive. Really, I think that's the goal anymore.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Great chatting.